Last Legion Games stopped by our offices last week to give us a sneak peek at the Watchmen game they developed for the iPhone and iPod Touch. It will use cloud MMO server technology to allow thousands of people to hand out their own brand of justice in a persistent online world. Welcome to an MMO Report special report. I'm Casey Schreiner from the MMO Report with Casey Schreiner. I'm here with Silvio and Jeff from Last Legion Games, who are about to tell us about an exclusive Watchmen iPhone game, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what is this? What is the game?
The game is basically a small open world on the iPhone, and you basically enter the Watchmen universe and create your own character. You get to travel around New York City, set in 1975. And you go through a story, and you get to meet strangers online, and you get into battle modes with them, and you win experience points.
So the game actually takes place a few years before the events of the Watchmen comic book, right?
Yeah.
And you are following basically a newcomer to the city of New York.
Exactly. One of the basic kind of premises we took, or approaches we took, was we wanted to put you as sort of like an average, everyday kind of citizen who happens upon the city. We, in fact, had a conscious decision to introduce the Watchmen characters and a lot of those themes like in more subtle ways, and we're sort of saving those so that we can kind of introduce more and more of that over time. We studied the book. I read it, when I was in art school, and we all love the universe of Watchmen and just kind of got into it, And there's tons of detail there, and we're just like kind of picking out little parts and putting them into the game.
And how much customization are people going to have with their characters? I got to see a few things with costumes, and it looked pretty extensive.
You can customize your full appearance, like we have your hair, your gloves, helmets, capes. You can create a costumed hero, basically. And the way we set it up was like when you first enter the world, we give you street clothes, and over time you basically discover new parts to wear, so that your character, like your persona of your hero persona, grows over time.
Okay, and now I'm joined by Lloyd and Seth, also from Last Legion Games. So tell me a little bit about some of the challenges developing a game like this for a platform like this, for the iPod Touch and the iPhone.
Well, on the technical side, of course, our main concern is performance. The iPhone isn't comparable to PCs in power. So what we have to end up doing is take up a lot of little tricks to figure out how to support, hundreds, thousands of people on the iPhone. One of the things that we ended up doing is, instead of rendering full character meshes in the world, what instead we do is we render character sprite sheets of each character in the main world, and then render those as individual quads. So instead of having 10,000 polys per character, we now have 2 polys per character.
It's designed for sort of a small pick up and play, sort of a casual play mode. You're not going to start a mission and get stuck doing it for 30 minutes.
Right. That's our goal.
Okay.
That's our goal. And if we hear, from the users out there that they want, more intense missions, with our technology, really the sky's the limit.
The way that we've built our in-house tech is with a very long-term vision of being able to take the game wherever we want to. So when the game releases, we could look at the message boards, we can see what the fans are saying, and there's a high demand for a different piece of gameplay or different technology. We've got the systems in place in order to take it that direction.
How did this game sort of come about? Did someone at a studio sort of slap their head and say, yes, absolutely, an MMO for the Watchmen, or was it a more organic process?
It was. I'd say it was more organic. So all the guys over at the studio have just been absolutely fantastic. The Warner Brothers guys are great. We came in initially and showed them some technology. These guys have a fantastic background. No one that's making this game has less than 6 years of experience, and a lot of these guys have around 20. They're using a tool set that's really like what you find when you go and you make games on, PS3 or Xbox 360.
Do you guys already have some ideas floating around for like issue 1 or issue 2 or the next big expansion for this?
Absolutely.
Can you say any of them?
Not yet.
The Watchmen game will be coming out on the iTunes Store the same day as the movie. It's March 6th, so mark your calendars if you haven't already. And as always, look forward to more episodes of the MMO Report at g4tv.com/MMO every Thursday. If you'll excuse me, I have a city to save.